Homes, businesses, and roads were washed away by Hurricane Nicole. Where the remnants of the storm are headed now. Some hospitals are seeing so many kids with RSV that they're having to treat them in the hallways of the ER. What happened when a man who lost nearly everything in a tornado found the ring that he bought for his girlfriend in the rubble? And
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone.
okay, the highly anticipated Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever, is in the theaters now. Hear what fans are saying about it. Good morning. I think you're fine and perfect the way that you are as you get ready for the day. I'm Robin Meade, and it is Friday, November 11th. Top of the news this hour. What was Hurricane Nicole is now tropical depression over Georgia right now, but the damage that left behind in Florida, it is jaw-dropping.
I don't know. Honestly, just kind of shocked. So, still haven't really processed it, but definitely crazy.
Houses crumbled into the ocean along the coast of Volusia County. Just look at that. Well, officials say that they've never seen anything like that. Further up the coast, you got flooding trapping students at Flagler College in St. Augustine.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the students, Cameron Kraft, says that the water that surrounded the dorm was waist deep. The Orange County Sheriff also says 2 people were electrocuted by a downed power line. That's Orange County. Still to come, our meteorologist Bob Van Dillen with more on where it's headed and the concerns about possible spin-off tornadoes. 2 minutes past the hour. There are about 540,000 votes still to be counted in Arizona before races there can be called in the midterm elections. Now, election officials are urging patience as control of the House and the Senate hangs in the balance. Arizona incumbent Democratic Senator Mark Kelly is still 5 points ahead of Republican Blake Masters. The state's governor's race is also a toss-up. Democrat Katie Hobbs leads Republican Carrie Lake by about 26,000 votes. Over to Georgia. So the 2 Senate candidates are already back on the campaign trail ahead of their runoff December 6th.
I came really to ask you one question. Are you ready to do this one more time? I did warn y'all that we might be spending Thanksgiving together. And here we are.
You got to get out and vote because, you know, he hung around and got into this runoff, and he thinking he's going to win. We need to prove him wrong and let him get out of that office.
Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock is ahead of Herschel Walker in the vote count, but neither got enough to avoid a runoff, and that's why we're here. So Texas Senator Ted Cruz was in Georgia stumping for Walker's campaign yesterday. Here's where the balance of power now stands in the U.S. Senate. Democrats have 48 seats, Republicans have 49. In the House, Republicans are slowly inching toward the 218 seats that are needed to give them a majority. Democrats have 198. Time check, 4 minutes past the hour. You know, a federal judge in Texas struck down President Biden's student loan forgiveness program, calling it illegal. So the judge ruled that the president overstepped his power with it. The Justice Department has filed an appeal. Overnight, the White House said that it strongly disagrees with this ruling and vows to, quote, never stop fighting for hardworking Americans, unquote. 26 million people have already applied for possible loan forgiveness. The program's on hold as it faces several legal challenges. All right, health news now at 5 minutes past the hour. RSV is now blamed for 1 in every 50 deaths in children under the age of 5 around the world. That's according to a new study that says the deaths are happening in otherwise healthy children. In the United States, hospitals are running out of beds for RSV patients. Mass General Pediatric in Boston saw 2,000 cases last month. Now, in the first week of November, they've been hit with 1,000 of them.
It's just full of patients in lines. I mean, and patients are in the hallways being treated because there's not enough rooms.
The CDC says that nearly half of the country reports high or very high respiratory illnesses. The flu makes up a significant portion of those too. Now, the South reports the most flu activity, followed by the Mid-Atlantic and parts of the West Coast. A moment in sunshine. Dakota Hudson lost nearly everything when a tornado hit Hopewell, Texas last week. And that included the engagement ring he was hiding from his girlfriend. But members of a local college softball team, they found it as they helped with the cleanup. And Dakota proposed right away. The couple says the wedding planning starts as soon as they are able to pick up from the tornado.
Nothing like this at all. Nothing like this happens in Chesapeake, you know.
Breaking news overnight, a gunman walked into a busy Walmart before Thanksgiving and opened fire apparently on employees in a break room. We start with breaking news. Overnight, a gunman opened fire inside a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia. It was packed with people, think about it, shopping for Thanksgiving, for example. A source says that the suspect is a current or former employee who walked into the break room and shot workers. At least 6 people are dead. One woman says that her relative just clocked in for the shift when the shooting began.
He went in at 10 p.m. tonight, and we received a phone call. Well, his wife received a phone call about 10:18 saying that he had been shot. At the time, that's all that we knew, that he had been shot. We didn't know how, and what was really strange to us is that he clocks in at 10, so he hadn't even been there 10 minutes.
The daughter of another customer says that she was texting her mom about buying a turkey, and then her mom replied that there was an active shooter in the store. Her mother, thankfully, is not injured. So it is believed that the suspect took his own life.
Several other officers, many other officers also responded. Parts of our members of our fire department responded. We did basically like a tactical entrance and movement in the building. We located multiple fatalities and multiple injured persons. A little while later, through the course of providing treatment, we were able to establish that we believe it's a single shooter, and that single shooter is deceased at this time.
A center was set up for family and friends to reunite with their loved ones. Chesapeake police say that they plan to hold a news conference this morning. About 2 hours from now, we'll bring that to you. The parents of a 4th grader who survived the Uvalde school shooting attack say they want every first responder to hear their daughter beg for help on a 911 call while the officers that day were standing outside the classroom.
I'm very proud of my daughter. She did what she had to do to survive. But it took them a very long time just to get not only my daughter out, but the rest of the survivors out of that classroom. For 77 minutes, I mean, it takes too long.
Let me take you live right now to our crime and justice correspondent, Shimon Prokopez. So you have this exclusive new 911 audio from that horrible day. And I'm going to warn our viewers that it might be difficult to listen to, but also point out this is what the parents want.
Yeah, this is what the parents want. We've obtained this audio and we went to the families, the 2 little girls that are on this call, and we asked them if it was okay to play this, obviously, and we explained what we were trying to do, and they were all for it. And the reason is because they're asking for transparency and they want accountability, and it's working. I know that people in Texas who are hearing this for the first time, city officials, state officials, law enforcement officials, are just stunned at the brutality of this and what went on here for so long with these kids stuck, trapped inside this classroom.
I'm here. Okay. Is the killer in the building? I'm sorry? Is the killer in the building? Yes, he's still there in the building, so I need you to be quiet and do not open the door until I tell you to.
What happens there is, there are gunshots while she's on the phone with the operator, with the dispatcher. We don't air those gunshots out of respect for the families. And then you can see the officers, they start moving in the hallway towards the doors of that classroom, but yet still it would take another 30 minutes, close to 30 minutes, before they would break through that door and rescue those kids.
The lake effect snow, it's hitting Buffalo especially right now. And the cold temperatures are slamming the Gulf. Now the Florida Panhandle in the Low Country in North and South Carolina, they're under freeze warnings. You can expect temperatures about 20 degrees below what people are used to this time of year in Dallas and Chicago as well. So a final vote on a bill to protect same-sex and interracial marriage is expected within the next 2 weeks, according to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Now, the bill has enough Republican support to avoid a filibuster. Jackson, Mississippi will give the EPA oversight of the city's water system for a year. The EPA chief says that it's the goal to deliver safe, clean drinking water to the predominantly African-American city. Jackson's mayor and a federal judge have to sign off, though. Jackson is under a state of emergency at least until Tuesday because of the water. So whoever is behind a massive power outage in North Carolina, quote, knew exactly what they were doing, unquote. It's according to the officials in Moore County, where tens of thousands of people were left in the dark. Authorities believe that somebody targeted the power supply over the weekend, including 2 substations damaged by gunfire.
This was a terrible act, and it appears to be an intentional, willful, and malicious act. And the perpetrator will be brought to justice and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
More than 30,000 customers are still without power at last check. Some people may not get it back on until Thursday. The sheriff said that he was not able to confirm the rumors on social media that the attack was somehow an attempt to stop a drag show. The FBI is now involved in the investigation. Lava from Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano is inching closer to a major highway that connects the east and the west sides of the Big Island. Let's take a live look at this hour. So the highway nearby is still open, but the lava is flowing at a rate of about 40 feet per hour. That's incredible, isn't it? It is the first time the volcano has been active since 1984. Native Hawaiians say that it's important to their heritage.
This is very significant. Like my wife, we made leis out on Oahu. We brought them over here and we gave it as an offering. You know, just you come as respect.
It's all beautiful to us, and so we pay huge reverence to this. It's very culturally significant for us as well. So it's a big deal.
So this is Mauna Loa. Experts say that the lava flow is unpredictable. It could continue over the next few weeks. Officials warn the highway could be closed at any time.